So when Viktor Orbán got into power, the first three legislations he changed was the media law, the election law, and the constitution. And they changed the country's constitution without any consultation with any other parties, no public consultation, nothing. I think in a democracy, you don't do that. You don't do unilateral change of the constitution. So whenever they decided that something didn't fit into the constitution that they made, then they just simply changed the constitution. So this phenomenon, I would call not the rule of law, but the rule by law. That means that if something is happening and you could go to court, then they rather change the law, which they are allowed to do or they can do because they have the two-thirds majority. I think that if we look at the evaluation of the Hungarian elections in the last two times, it was never fully evaluated like fully fair and free elections. This statement that Hungary has a fully democratically elected government cannot stand. So basically, they are winning by their election law in unfair circumstances. All this thing, what happened to Hungary, this backsliding into a kind of authoritarian-like system, happened while Hungary was an EU member. When I used to work for the ministry, everybody was so optimistic that the Euro-Atlantic integration will bring good things to Hungary, and somehow the EU framework was not capable of stopping the whole process. With our Prime Minister, we have a politician who is going until he hits the wall, and basically there is no wall in the EU. There should be limits. The basic values should be respected. In a country where migration is not an existing problem, like we have virtually zero migrants, people don't face this problem in their everyday life, but it still keeps on being the main topic of the government instead of healthcare, education system, or whatever that the people would be much more concerned about. The government tries to raise hatred against an unknown thing, which they don't know, but if you incite hatred, that's also present in the society. People are suspicious about each other. When you see this, you see that people gone crazy a little bit, and it kind of poisons a little bit the society, I think that the EU should take it very seriously because it's one precedent, but in any country it can happen. I think that the EU should be more vigilant on one hand. On the other hand, we have other voices in Hungary, not just people supporting these authoritarian tendencies. The very best values of the EU will not be credible anymore if countries like Hungary can behave like this.